Hi, I'm going to be going over some important information regarding rehired retirees, updating agency contact information, ESS login, wage hikes, and employer contribution rate changes. Just a few reminders with rehired retirees. HR is responsible on determining when hiring a retiree if the position is a lasers eligible position. We suggest that you consult with your agency's legal team or submit a question through Ask Lasers. You are also responsible to determine if a retiree is a Lasers member. We suggest that you check on LeGov or Employer Self-Service depending on what type of agency you are. This is what we often refer to as the Rehired Retiree Form. It is the 10-2. This is required to be completed within 45 days of reemployment. If it is not, by statute, they'll default to an option 3. And if the member was intending to be an option 1A, will require an admin error letter, which creates more work for you all and more work for us. So just try to get these forms into us as soon as possible. Some common errors. Sorry, back slide. Some common errors on these forms. For section 1, the date employed will be blank or incorrect, so please verify that this is correct. In section 2, no reemployment option is selected. And in section 3, the member signature is either not there or it is a typed signature and not their actual signature. And in section 4, the agency verification is either incomplete or the signature is also an issue where it's typed. On this form, next slide. Sorry. On this form, there's actually going to be 4 options. The first option is an option 1A. This is our most common option. The member is allowed to earn up to 50% of their annual retirement benefit adjusted by the CPI. If they over-earn any amount, they have to pay this back dollar for dollar. The allowable earnings letters are sent when they are rehired, when they request one, or every September to August to September. The retiree is responsible for monitoring their actual earnings during the fiscal year, and the agency must report these earnings through June 30th. Option 1B, for this option, the retiree can earn as much as they would like, and they are not suspended. There's no suspension of benefits. But they have to meet 2 requirements. They have to be 70, and they have to have 30 years of service. If they do not have both, they do not qualify. And then we have an option 2. This is going to be our least common option. Here they're going to regain Lasers membership. So they'll pay back any benefits that they've received along with interest, and they'll start contributing again. And the last option is an option 3. This is generally going to be for full-time employees or employees who have a low monthly benefit, and they'll suspend their benefit and start contributing again. If they work 36 plus months, they're actually allowed to get a supplemental benefit upon termination from that position. When rehiring, we request that you refer to Liaison 1221 and 1323. And if you have any questions, you can contact myself or Ms. Mona regarding anything that I cover. This is the 10-2C, which is the termination form for the option 1A and 1B. This is only to be completed by HR. It does not require a member's signature. And the next form is a 2-page form, which is the termination form for the option 3. If the member works less than 36 months, please have them complete a refund form to refund any contributions that they've been contributing. And it also requires HR and the member signature on this form. And just a few more things regarding the option 1A, allowable earning letters. Again, those are sent out upon rehire, upon request, and in August to September. Verification of earnings. All earnings should be reported within the exception of termination pay that is paid when the member retires. Only report earnings while the member was in option 1A, and the termination date should only be completed on the form if the member actually terminated from that rehired retiree position. Next, agency contact information. We've been having a real problem with these not being updated. So if you know that you've had some changes in your agency, please update these for us because we need to be able to get in contact with you all. So you're going to go to our website and you're going to log into Employer Self-Service. And then you'll click on Employer Maintenance, which is the last option on the second column. And you'll click next until you see the contact type that you would like to update. If there is not that contact type there, You're going to click on New, and then you'll enter all that information in. And please be aware that there's only one contact per contact type. And some examples are payroll coordinator, HR liaison, agency director, CFO, ACR contact, GASB 68 info, HR and payroll, and there's also an IT option as well. Determining if wage types are lasers eligible. This is defined by RS 10403, RS 11-40310, excuse me, and base pay. Some wage type exclusions are overtime, per diem, differential pay, payment in kind, premium pay, any other allowances for expenses, supplemental pay, and optional pay. Temporary and non-recurring payments are not lasers eligible. Some examples of this are rewards and recognition, incentive rewards, lump sum optional pay or optional pay spread over several pay periods or months, or one-time pay periods. Please contact your agency's legal counsel for determination and refer to Liaison Memoranda 1313 and 1223. For employer self-service ESS login request, if you are a new employee or just someone who did not have a login before, if possible, please have someone that already has a login send a request to us. It can either go to Ask Lasers or whoever your contact is, either me or Miss Mona. And please provide the employee's name, phone number, email address, and the agency number. If you're locked out or you forgot your password, you can send an email either to Ask Lasers, Miss Mona, or myself. We don't actually set these up, so if you call us and ask us, we're not going to be able to do anything. So just send us an email so we can forward it on, and then we'll call you with the updated information. And please provide your agency number in the email. So employer or ERS contribution rate changes. This occurs July 1st of every year, and it applies to the first paycheck in July. So for instance, if the pay period starts on 6/14 and 6/27, but the check is not processed until 7/2, then the rate change would apply to July. So it's when the paycheck is paid versus when the earnings are earned. An agency liaison memoranda is emailed at the beginning of each year with this information, and there's also a reminder on the year-end fiscal memo, and I'll go over later how to get those memos if you're not receiving them. So where do you find this? You're going to go to our website and scroll down and click on employer, and then there's a link for liaison memoranda. For the current rates, you're going to want to click on that. If you want to look at any past rates or compare rates, you'll go to the agency historic contribution rates. Once you click on that, you'll get a screen like this, and you'll look for the one that says employer contribution rate, depending on what year you're looking for. And this is where you're going to subscribe. So if you're not receiving memos, please subscribe here. It's very simple, just your name, agency number, and email address. And that's all I have for y'all. Any questions?